What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Over the Octagon podcast. Fresh reaction for UFC 315 between Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena. JDM, we hear, and new welterweight UFC champion, as well as and still for Valentina Shevchenko. New contenders in the mix with our girl, Natalia Silva. We're going to dive all in, give you a quick reaction episode. It's late over here on the East Coast, pushing 2 a.m. We don't stop working, baby. Let's get right into it. Peace.
Take the mask off, let them see your fangs. Every scar is a story with pain. Red wine on the carpet stains, like you have to go and say her name. I bet you never really prayed for rain. Black roses attracted to flames. Darkness just fuels my day. I think I'm past insane. Don't blink, I think it's already over. Think fast, kid, you only get older. This one's for the fallen soldiers. It's a full moon and I want that closure. Have you ever had a voice in your head that wants to fight everyone until they're all dead? Well, I do. Yeah, that's craving flesh. The voice in my head has become my friend. Break the system. Save me from myself. You're self-inflicted. You're bad for my own health.
This is Over the Octagon. Welcome to the shit show.
All right, so welcome back to Over the Octagon podcast, fresh off UFC 315 between Jack Della Maddalena and Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. Nobody will remember his name again because we have a new UFC welterweight champion in JDM.
Yes,
what
we
an
do.
Unbelievable fight from him. I mean, the perfect fight. Great takedown defense, great boxing, some nasty strikes he landed on Belal. Joel, I'll let you start. Give me your first initial reactions on that main event at UFC 315.
Honestly shocked. To be fair, I really thought Belal was going to win. I did. And I'm not a Belal fan at all. But damn it, JDM looked like the best in the world tonight. All respect to him. I don't know if there's anybody that's going to out fucking man him. I mean, I don't know if that's the best way to put it.
I feel you, man. When a welterweight gets that good at striking, they're on a different level, man. You saw Leon when he was in his prime, just like that, man. Seeing him stalk down, fight, combinations, counters, it's fucking badass to watch, dude. Jack Della's a beast.
Absolutely. Thomas, I think like his really, at least for me, and I'm sure you'll agree, but like his takedown defense, I think, was kind of the difference maker, right? Belal has a tendency to pressure people up against the cage, take them down. Even when he was in the later rounds able to take Jack down, he got right back up.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was kind of the difference in this for sure. And JDM was able to fucking get it done, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that it was definitely what won him the fight. I mean, obviously, as the fight went on, his striking took over. Belal, I guess made the comments before the fight that he was going to box with him. And I think the first few rounds, he was able to kind of hang with him a little bit, but it's not his game. And he couldn't play his game and he paid for it.
Worst game plan ever.
Might be
Terrible.
Absolutely.
Worst game plan. Like, why would you? In Jack Della, dude, he showed why he has not lost in the UFC tonight. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many contenders in that division, and we've all seen it. And I will say this, a lot of the contenders outside of Sean Brady and Belal are not grapplers. They're all strikers.
Yeah.
Yep,
Which
Ian Gary.
makes the future competition for JDM even more intriguing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I am man, I'm so excited. So we had, as you can see, the boys are looking very dapper tonight. We brought out the suit jackets because this was serious business for our live stream over on YouTube for UFC events. If you haven't stopped in and hung out with us for that, make sure you turn some notifications on and subscribe. Check out the next one. But yeah, I mean, I think the fact that JDM was able to pressure Belal in the early rounds was like really stopped Belal from being able to shoot takedowns.
Yeah.
And he hung up with him in the stand up, and then by the later rounds, like obviously Bilal's not quite as fresh. What the takedowns that he's shooting in the later rounds, it's not.
Was it 14 of 15 takedown?
He landed what, 2, I think.
I think
Bilal?
2.
Oh
Yeah.
I think
okay,
they
maybe
credited him with
14 of 16,
2 or 3 takedowns. Yeah, wasn't great. Like his takedown percentage was not good.
which just shows that JDM is not only a striker, but his takedown defense is beautiful.
Dude, I could tell from the first takedown that it was going to be trouble. JDM was bigger, man, longer. I just felt like it was going to be trouble.
I think, Murky, you said it too about Sean Brady.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, like, Sean Brady is technically ranked number 1 right now. After tonight, won't be, right? JDM would be the champ. Bilal will be the number 1 contender. Brady will probably move down to 2. But, like, Sean Brady leading into tonight technically was the number 1 contender. But I don't see, with the takedown defense that JDM showed tonight, I don't see any way that really Sean Brady wins that fight. And in a fucking Phillies hat, that kills me to say. But it's just facts, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's just facts. We saw what happened when, Sean Brady had to stand up and strike against Bilal. He got beat the fuck up.
Yep.
He got beat up. And I think it's probably even worse against JDM.
Oh yeah, man. I've noticed something, man. Like in that top 3, you have the top 4. I see Bilal going to number 4. And I see Ian Gary and Shavkat all being able to beat him.
I mean, after tonight, leading into tonight, Bilal, as much as people disliked him, I don't really think many people gave JDM a serious chance outside of a puncher's chance to like knock him out and win.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. He literally outclassed him in almost every aspect of the fight. He beat him on the feet. He was able to stuff the takedowns. There was only really one takedown in particular where JDM settled for the bottom position. And
that was
it was almost
round.
in the 5th round, and he really caught his breath for 15 seconds and then got back up.
Yeah, man.
Dude, just an absolute phenomenal showing by JDM tonight. He fucking deserves it.
I mean, it's a great champion. We needed something like that. I mean, when Bilal became champion, I felt like the whole world, UFC, shut down for a minute there, and they were like, "Hold on a second, what the fuck do we have right now?"
All the bad
overkill.
All the bad vibes that have been floating around the UFC over the last year. Do you think, it's kind of all Bilal's fault?
Yeah. But you know what this makes me
fault?
scream though? That fucking damn it, I just forgot his name. Duplessis is gonna fucking win his next fight.
Yeah.
Because he was second in line for like, holy shit, who is this UFC champion?
Right.
That's nothing. That welterweight class just got a lot more competitive. I think they're elevating, man. That welterweight class just elevated because Bilal is out. Those 3 are going to be fucking banging.
Yeah,
all strikers, man.
banging.
Strikers are taking over that division.
It's going to be kind of like back in the day when it's like Gaethje, Poirier.
It's the new lightweight.
Khabib,
it is, dude.
Yeah, I agree. You're going to see Ian Gary move up. You're going to see Sean Brady's already up there. The young guys coming in.
Ooh.
The older guys
still have Protez,
Yeah. I mean, Bilal's 35. I don't even know if you'll see him definitively in another title fight because Islam's going to move up and fight.
Yeah, Buckley's in there.
We haven't even talked about that yet.
Buckley's an up-and-comer, dude.
You have Joaquin Buckley, Kamaru Usman in June in Atlanta.
Yeah. And I know. That's crazy.
Buckley wins that fight in decisive fashion. I mean, you got another guy. That's right.
It's been a whole switch, complete switch.
Yeah. Your
it's very
top
exciting.
5 and next 5 all are going to flop.
It's very exciting to look at 170 in the UFC right now with everybody you have. Even with Bilal dropping the strap, like Bilal's, like some of these guys are going to have to fight him. So you're going to have to see how he bounces back after this. Yeah. But it's pretty much decided, and we do, since we are recording this night of almost 2 a.m., we do have the press conference up. We're waiting to hear official news, hopefully, for International Fight Week, what the main event will be. If that is Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena, I don't think it will be. just because of the
Wow.
turnaround for JDM after a 5-round fight with Bilal. I can't imagine that he fights at the end of June. So then, but it opens up
Ilya
what
Charles.
what will be an interim lightweight title fight if they don't make, Islam fully vacate, which I feel like.
Actually, that's actually a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't even think about that. Islam has to vacate for it to be a title fight.
No. Dana
Or
said
they
it
can
didn't
do
have to be
interim.
Yeah, interim, but he said he's
Interim.
not vacating.
Right. So you'd give the winner of, let's say, Charles Oliveira, Ilia Topuria, of a interim lightweight title.
Yeah.
And then
Is that a
you
co-main though?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you I mean, dude, Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira's. I know Islam Ilia is bigger, but Ilia
Yeah.
Charles is still
It's still big,
that's
dude.
a badass fight.
And I'm gonna go down to the
Beautiful.
depth with Charles Oliveira. What's up?
Yeah. Joel's gonna cry.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
see
I'm
it.
gonna
You're
cry. I don't want to
gonna be-
see that, dude.
You're gonna be upset.
I don't want to see that fight either, man. Like at all. It's gonna be a good one. I don't want to see it.
Banger. Yeah.
I don't wanna see
I
it.
cannot have Charles lose, dude.
I mean, Ilya Young and about that life, man.
Yeah.
And Charles is prone to just getting dropped, but recovering.
Yeah. All right. So really the upset that happened tonight in the main event and JDM becoming the new UFC welterweight champion clearly
Shaking
opens up
shit up.
a realm of possibilities, which is awesome.
It
That's what
does,
we
it does.
needed. We
Yeah.
needed shit to get shaken
Yeah,
up a little bit.
we
Facts, dude.
There's so many different scenarios that come into play, different matchups, especially at 170, but now even at 155, with Islam potentially coming to welterweight. Just a masterclass by JDM. He did it. We had somebody come into the stream at the very end and said JDM did it for the culture.
Yeah.
The
That's
culture.
hard. That is hard.
I can't help but agree, dude. I can't help but agree. He did it for everybody. Man, I feel like we all owe JDM our lives. I'll probably name my next child Jack.
Jack.
It's the suits, boys. It's definitely the suits.
It's
Yeah.
the suits for the culture.
We're killing it.
So, but what I don't want to overshadow, and it wouldn't be a true Over the Octagon episode if we didn't immediately dive in the first chance we get into women's MMA.
Let's
I mean,
go.
Come on.
And
Let's go.
Absolutely.
I'm ready. I got a
don't know why
note
we
in
didn't start
front of
with
me,
that.
dude. I'm
we
ready.
should have, maybe we should have started that. But so let's talk about that for a second. So your co-main event, which will lead into an earlier fight on the main card, but your co-main event between Valentina Shevchenko and Manon Fiort. Shevchenko wins a decision over Manon Fiort. I think right decision. Manon Fiort really just couldn't get anything going. I don't know. Not the same exciting decision that the main event was. But Valentina does what she seems to be doing best as of recent, and just doing what she
Being
has
a
to do to get a
champion.
win. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. 5
really
rounds
what it
is
comes
a
down
different
to.
beast, dude.
It is.
Yeah, but it begs the question:
What's next?
Valentina, what
Yeah.
is next? So Valentina retains, and still, there is a 115 strawweight champion that really wants that fight against her in Zhang Wei Li.
I think that
Yeah.
happens now.
Do we see that matchup, or is the fight that we saw from Natalia Silva beating the number 1 contender and former champion Alexa Grasso enough for her to argue that she deserves that title shot more?
This hurts me to talk about right now. It really
Yeah.
does, because I think I want Natalia Silva to have that fight before the end of the year. And I mean, dude, I have a very tight favorites women MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And Zhang Wei Li is literally number 1.
I was gonna say they're your 1 and 2.
That's my
Yep.
1 and 2, dude.
Zhang
So
Wei
I'm
Li,
choosing
Natalia
between
Silva.
1 and 2.
Right.
I love Valentina versus Zhang Wei Li.
Yeah. That's good for the culture.
That's the
It is.
culture fight, dude.
You know?
It's hard to beat it, dude.
I mean,
Silva's young.
it's a
Silva's
huge
young.
women's
She's
fight.
young. Yeah.
She is young. it's a huge fight in women's MMA. It's probably the biggest one you can make inside the UFC, at least at the moment.
100%.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't include somebody else like outside the UFC, like a Dakota Decheva or somebody. But in the UFC, Zhang Weili Shevchenko is badass.
it's a super fight.
Well, I think that's
It is a super fight.
that's the fight that happens. I think you
Yeah.
probably see Natalia Silva fight maybe one more. Maybe she fights Manon Fjord.
I don't think so.
I think she should wait.
Or
she waits.
or they both just wait until they're done, because even after, if Shevchenko and Weili fight, then you have Gandroba waiting for Weili to get back down, and Natalia Silva potentially waiting for her to come back up. So you have immediate fights back in that division, unless Weili wins and then she's holding both titles. Then you got to figure out where it goes from there.
Well, the problem with Weili winning would be he becomes the 125-pound champ. Her next fight would be back at 115, not 125. Unless she drops
to 115, yeah.
Yeah. So,
damn, dude, there's so much shit, man.
Right, man. Hey, listen, dude, who would have thought? Listen, here's a prime example. I want everybody listening to this, all MMA fans, I want you to fucking go in the bathroom and look yourself in the mirror and say, I fucking suck, because everybody talks shit on this card. Everybody said this card was dog shit. We're paying $80 for this. I saw that so many times. Talk so much shit. You talk shit on the fight nights. You talk shit on the pay-per-views.
You know,
you can't be fucking happy with nothing, right? And then the shitty, this is the fucking worst pay-per-view, talk all this mess. Now what? Look at the results, right? Watch the fights. Get off of fucking TikTok. Stop listening to fucking idiots on Twitter telling you what's good and what's not. Watch the fucking fights. Pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
It was a fucking awesome card, dude.
Amazing.
What a great card.
Oh, it was great.
It's so entertaining, top to bottom, bro.
Let's talk about it top to bottom. When a card opens up with Brad Katona getting knocked out, sign me up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That was nuts.
Right? I mean, dude, Natalia Silva pitches a fucking shutout against a former champion. I saw people on Twitter saying this fight sucks. What are you talking about? What are you watching? What are you watching?
I saw so many people saying like, "Oh, two women's MMA fights in a main event, our main card.
Yeah,
this sucks."
Well,
bitch.
Yeah. In fairness, they were two of the best ones you could have on a main card. I think they picked
exactly.
They picked them well.
They didn't spread them out. That's for damn sure. We're fucked for another year, though. I'm just kidding.
No, you're probably right though.
well,
not really. That's
well,
what
no.
We got Blanchfield and shit. You know, that's
yeah, but like look at 316.
Oh well, that's Macy Barber, right? Oh no,
Macy
that's
Barber.
Kayla Harrison and
Juliana Pena.
It's getting better. It's getting better, man. There's a new age.
But you have Amanda Nunes saying she's coming back after that fight to fight the winner.
Dude, see, we have some women shit going on here, boys.
Yeah, dude.
We got some women MMA going on.
Listen,
it's getting lit.
If I have to be the one to say it, I'll say it. But I think Over the Octagon made women's MMA great again. Finally, we've been trying to do it for 2.5 years.
Dude, we've been trying. All right, hey, the T-shirt "Make Women's MMA Great Again" releasing soon. Yeah. Promise.
If you're interested in a Make Women's MMA Great Again T-shirt, drop a comment down below. Let us know. That'll be considered your pre-order. And fuck, we might just give you one for free, dude.
Yeah, free partner.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, dude, the main card was great. Obviously, Jose Aldo retired.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk it. Let's talk about it.
Jose Aldo loses a decision. Jose Aldo retires. Thoughts?
Man, I feel bad for him, man. I feel like his last two fights fucking were not in his favor, and it just, I think if he would have won these last two, he wouldn't be retiring. I think it's common sense, right? But I mean, dude, you fucking come back and you lose two in a row like that. It's fucking terrible, dude. You could tell how frustrated he was.
See, I think, and I feel like Joel will probably agree. I think even if he won tonight, he was retiring.
Yeah, dude. I was just about to say I disagree. I was literally about to say I disagree. Yeah, dude. He was retiring the whole time. I knew it, man. I knew he was retiring, and not just because he beat Mario Batista, but dude, he was 8 pounds overweight, dude. He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What if he won?
He couldn't do it anymore. It doesn't matter, dude.
I feel like it would.
No,
8
because
pounds,
he even said
8
it. He
pounds
said
is
like
a lot.
literally like the reason he's retiring is because
Can't do it anymore.
he just can't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just age, dude.
I would have said that too. But if
It's
I
just
won, I wouldn't
age.
have said that.
I don't know. I think that was going to happen no matter what.
I think so, too.
Joel's right. I think the weight cut tells the story.
It
not like it
does.
was 2
8
pounds, it
pounds
was 8.
overweight, dude. That's
he wasn't good.
unbelievable when it comes to anything.
And has he,
Dude,
has he
imagine being
ever
8
missed
pounds
weight
overweight for
before?
your weight class, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Has
So
he ever
what?
missed? Did he ever miss weight in his entire career?
Not like this, if any. I don't think.
I don't
I
know.
would not having that in front of me.
Yeah.
I have no idea. His whole career, dude. That man's been around forever.
I know.
He's already
Yeah.
a Hall of Famer. He's arguably the greatest featherweight of all time.
Fight of the night, Jack Della, Muhammad.
Yep.
Performance of the night, Jasmine Judavicius and Mark Burial. Each
Yeah.
fighter will receive a $50,000 bonus. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
I would.
had to read that.
Yeah. I mean, I get right. So definitely fight of the night, I think, is the main event.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. I think that's pretty clear. Jasmine Judavicius. That's another one. That's
another women's
one.
MMA fight that was
Yeah,
great, dude.
she got the sub.
Dude,
First round
she
submission
looked like
over
a
Jessica
champion
Andrade.
against a champion.
She's very young too, and she's been climbing. Like she's been making a name for herself, dude.
What weight
That's
class
another
again
one.
is she?
125.
Who's the champ?
Flyweight.
Valentina.
Valentina.
Oh,
That's
so
another
we're
one.
dude, look, that's another one, bro.
Yeah.
And she beat Jessica Andrade, who is literally the bulldog of women's MMA.
The ankle biter.
The ankle biter, dude.
Yeah. Zahabi obviously got the win over Aldo, which we talked about. Close decision. I think that fight could have gone either way. I'm not really mad at that decision. There's a lot of people in the UFC chat in the post fight, right? Or when Zahabi was on, saying robbed and bad decision, whatever. I think that's just because people love Aldo so much. I don't think it was really that bad.
I don't think it was a robbery at all.
Natalia Silva, we talked about, beat Grasso unanimous. I mean, and that fight wasn't even fucking close.
No. She is such a good fighter.
Benoit Saint Denis defeats Kyle Prepelic by submission, arm triangle in round 2.
Stupid ass bitch, BSD. Fucking bitch. Couldn't get it done in the first to start the night out for the boys, man.
I hate to
Couldn't
say,
get it done for the boys, dude.
I hate to say it. Yeah, obviously we had some money on I specifically had some money on BSD in round 1 because Kyle Prepelic previous was 0-2 and cut from the UFC and then took this fighter in 1 week's notice. I feel like it was the perfect opportunity for BSD to dominate. Now, he did dominate.
He did.
He did.
I don't think it was impressive though. I don't think it's an impressive win.
He dominated, but it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like you should have fucking walked right through that, dude.
Went to war, you know. I got caught a couple times.
Could have had him out of there in 2 minutes.
It's so interesting to see BSD where he is now as to where people thought he was prior to the Dustin Poirier fight, which, you know, many people thought he was like winning until he got caught. So it's so weird, dude. It's such a strange.
People change when they get knocked out. I don't think people take that into consideration a lot. Like if you've been knocked out even once in your career, like
it drastically
it changes you so
much. Make a long list of guys to prove that.
I know
that's a fact.
List.
Like getting knocked out
earlier, Aldo
in the later age is even worse.
Yeah. It took a while for Aldo to come back after really losing the strap and getting knocked out by Conor. Like it really took him a while to kind of build up the love of the fans again. You know what I mean? Years, I would argue. I would argue that truthfully, was it last year or 2 years ago when they fought in Rio? And he was on the main card in Rio. That was like, you know, his kind of coming back party. He wore the crown.
For sure. I remember that.
but that's been years after that knockout, you know, and it took a long time for him to kind of get back in that light.
Yeah, dude, getting knocked out takes it out of you. Only like there's like a certain amount of people that they like lose later in their career who can like rebound. I was just thinking in my head, like Leon knocking out Kamaru Usman with a head kick, it fucked Usman up completely.
True.
Yeah.
But then you look at fucking Pereira and Izzy when Pereira knocked Izzy out the first time, and then Izzy bounced back and knocked out Pereira. It's like there's some guys who can bounce back, but sometimes when you get knocked out cold, like Usman did, like you don't bounce back from that in your career.
Yeah. I mean,
Doesn't matter where
Pereira
you're
was
at.
now cold, but
Yeah.
Pereira
He was.
also moved up to a different weight class.
Weight
Then
class,
dominated.
yeah.
I think the weight cut was a big factor there.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So BSD kind of started the main card. Mike Malott beat Charles
Huge
Radke
win.
by KO.
Yep.
As soon as the second round started, big win for him. Charles Radke was talking a ton of shit leading up to this. Mike Malott had a really bad showing. We talked about it early in the
Neil
stream
Magny.
in the card. Had a really bad
Neil
showing
Magny. Yeah.
in Canada against Neil Magny, the gatekeeper, the ultimate gatekeeper. But Mike Malott really has like kind of resurged and brought it back. This fight kind of proved that. I mean, Charles Radke's tough dude. Tough dude and a scrapper, bro. Jasmine Judavicius, we talked about, beat Andrade by submission, rear naked choke, round one. Her grappling, they gave her a black belt. Also, no gi, no belt.
Yeah, no gi, no belt, dude.
No gi,
Factual,
no belt.
dude.
We got to stop this shit. Stop giving people black belts in a fucking cage. It's ridiculous. No gi, no belt. Bukauskas defeats Ion Cutelabra, split decision. That may have been, I hate to say it because it wasn't a bad fight, but that might have been the worst fight of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like ridiculous because it was a good fight. Navo Sterling beat Ivan Urslan.
That
Burial
was a fight too. Burial.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Burial.
Dude, he cracked his skull. Did you see the video?
No.
Yeah, dude. It was like a
With
video
that
when he
elbow.
threw the elbow. He cracked Bruno Silva's skull.
Holy fuck.
You see like a dent going to the side of his head when he threw that elbow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Burial did get a performance bonus, as Joel kind of mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Deserved. Bruno Silva KO first round. Good comeback win for Marc-Andre Burial because I think he was on a 2-fight.
He was on a skid. Yeah.
Good comeback from him.
Yeah, his last fight was nasty. He got uppercutted. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
On the cage?
Yeah.
Or was it knee? He either got kneed or uppercutted.
Yeah. And then
But he got knocked out bad.
I think the fight right before that's when Joe Pyfer knocked him out.
Yeah, Joe Pyfer, yeah.
Yeah. And then really the only other thing that I want to talk about is at bantamweight, I think, right?
Dude. That first fight.
Isn't that a bantamweight?
Bantamweight, yeah.
I thought he was a flyweight though, because didn't he fight?
No,
it was
Usman.
Umar,
yeah.
Beksat Almakhan, from Kazakhstan, knocked out Brad Katona. Beksat Almakhan made his UFC debut on short notice and fought Umar Nurmagomedov and hurt Umar. Clipped him. He almost knocked out Umar, if you remember, had Umar diving at ankles.
Diving, yeah.
And Umar ended up winning that fight. But I think Beksat Almakhan is definitely a name to look out for in the bantamweight division.
Yeah, he's young too. He's like 23 or something.
Oh, fuck.
That's super young kid.
8 first-round finishes.
Yeah,
dude is gross.
He's nasty. You can do a deep dive because I did it last year prior to his fight with Umar. You can do a deep dive on Beksat Almakhan on YouTube. He has some fights on there that look like they're recorded with a home video camera from the early 2000s in a boxing ring specifically. There's one fight in a boxing ring. His kicks are disgusting. That dude is very good. Kazakhstan, obviously like Shavkat. Yeah, awesome, dude. Awesome. So anyway, I know we're keeping this episode short. I think we're right there. We went down the main card. Give me some we'll go around the horn. Joel, start us off. Give us like your closing thoughts and honest reaction of the night.
I mean, my honest reaction to this fucking fight is Bilal's a fraud. JDM's the champ. Let's fucking go for the culture, boys. Let's get it.
Nick,
That's it.
give me your closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Seeing a new champ is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then seeing, Alex Pierre being not one is fucking weird. So that's my thought. I just looked at all the champs now. That's crazy, dude.
It is.
It's nuts.
Changing of the guard, dude.
It's changing. It's changing, dude. So
In
much
a
new
positive
champs.
way, though. I think
So much new champs. It's a good uplift, man. It's just crazy looking at all the champs right now.
It
Like,
is
what
good.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Thomas, what do you think?
I thought the card was great, and I enjoyed watching JDM come out there and do what he did. I think I'm most excited to see how much, and again, women's MMA, men's MMA, just how much it shakes up every fucking thing. Like what's coming next.
It's
We
crazy.
got a big card next month. I'm super excited for because I love Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
But I just like what's happening after that, dude. Like what's Ilya doing? What's International Fight Week? What's beyond? There's so many good contenders coming up. I'm fucking pumped.
Dude, I love how much Thomas is into MMA now. It's amazing.
It's so exciting, man. What's going on?
It's the
Dude.
culture, boys. It's the
I don't
culture.
want to flex and rip my suit jacket. So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
culture. Boys got the UFC shirt on and everything, bro. It's for the culture.
Absolutely badass night. They're about to put Valentina Shevchenko up on the podium. They had some dude. We had the press conference up to kind of break any news as it was coming out for the episode. They had some Canadian dude on here. No Dana White. I know Dana was there. I saw him wrapping belts on people. He has not been on this press conference. I don't know if he's coming. I don't know what kind of announcements we got from that guy. He gave the gate, the attendance, the performance bonuses, all stuff typically Dana White does. So it seems like as of right now, we're not getting any major announcement from
Unless
UFC.
Valentina
315.
calls out fucking Wei Lee right now.
Oh, that'd be badass, dude. That'd be absolutely badass. Anyway, what a night. If you enjoyed UFC 315, or even if you didn't, I don't really care. Either way, just hit the thumbs up, like the video. If you're not already, hit subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also check us out over on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music, the fastest growing and most degenerate MMA podcast in the game. And actually, I'd go to say maybe the most clean cut now.
Yeah.
Dapper Dan, baby.
Listen,
Dipper dapper.
the boys showed up. We wore shoot jackets because we're about that business.
Stand on it.
I think something was written. JDM showed up. He was about that business. Okay. So
Yeah.
He was
it's pretty-
watching the live on Twitter, saw us put our suit jackets on and knew he had to show up.
That's probably a fact. Yeah.
And
That's
then
probably a
breaking
fact.
news, since we're all so sophisticated right now, Sean O'Malley beats Marab next month. Mark it.
I hope so.
Boom.
Dude, that whole card is nuts.
Yeah. Right.
That card's insane.
Wait for fight week of that card, and everybody on the internet's going to be telling you how shit it is.
Oh, dude, Johnny Walker
wait.
starts it, dude. It's fucking nuts.
I'm gonna start like actually fighting people on the internet, like meeting up with them in person and beating their ass. I'm so sick of the disrespectful talk.
We've been trying to challenge spinning back fists for years, bro. They're not about that business.
How are they
just
still
show
around?
up to the Barstool office in New York and just challenge them to a 3v3?
Dude, let's go. I'll walk right up to the door. I'll be the one to knock
We should have done that when we were at Madison Square Garden in New York for 309. We should have just
Sign
went
me
to
up.
their office and challenged them for a 3v3, dude.
I
would've been
would so be down.
It's late enough. You got our immediate and honest reactions. UFC 315. Drop us your comments. Let us know what you thought of this sick ass event. Yeah, I can't go any longer, dude. I can't wake any kids up. I'm gonna get fucking divorced if I keep going.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
Make it to that year before you do that.
Peace out,
Holler.
boys.